So, how's it going, guys? This is Ryo Murata, photographer based in Tokyo. So, Ryo shoots with Cinestill 800T, but before going on to topic, I need to explain, guys, I need to give you guys the background information. Chofu, Tokyo, if you guys said day in Chofu, you're on the wrong ship, bro, because day in Chofu is basically where the wealthy and the rich people live, similar to Beverly Hills in the United States. Or Silicon Valley, I don't know, but Chofu is a separate city, town. It is located in the suburban area of Tokyo. And to sum up that history lesson for you guys, because 99% of you guys don't know, Chofu sprung up after the Great Kanto earthquake back in 1923, which basically destroyed the mainland area of Japan, the mainland peninsula, or I don't know what you guys would call. And back then the center of cinema was in Kyoto, far away from Tokyo. But because of this earthquake, there was this sort of like trend, that economic trend, where the center of the economic stuff was going to be happening in Tokyo rather than in Kyoto, and there was a shift going on. And along with that, a notable filmmaker, director, I don't know what you guys would call it, Honda Kaiichiro, ordered his men, I think back in 1930s, like 10 years after the earthquake, to find great location, shooting location for the cinema, what I call industry, to prosper within Tokyo, because that was basically starting to be the center of the earth. The fellow film community knows, or hopefully you guys know, what is the most important ingredient in making films come true to life. If you guys said Cinestill 800T, you're out of existence. Cinestill 800T wasn't existed back in 2030s, but the most important ingredient is obviously fresh water. And I made a video where I went to Okutama area, and I sort of like lightly mentioned that that is sort of like the beginning start of the largest river in Tokyo, which is the Tamagawa, which stretches away from Okutama upstream down to the Haneda area, and between those areas lies Chofu. And if you guys know, the Tamagawa is sort of like a really large river with a very large riverbed, meaning that there is this wide open space available along this sort of like Tamagawa area. And especially back then in Chofu was sort of like undeveloped area, and the what you call the famous filmmaker Honda Kaiichiro realized that the sheer potential of this area, and said that this would be the most suitable location for the cinema industry to prosper. And along with the historical background of moving the cinema industry from Kyoto to Tokyo, in Chofu actually, one of the greatest sort of like events that happened in the Japanese cinema film industry was that this movement created two of the largest cinema studios in Japan, representing Japan. Kadokawa Daiei Studio, you guys know it, famous for a lot of animations and stuff like that, but they shot film back in the days, even now today's, they still shoot with film. And Nikatsu Studio, actually, sort of like rival brother actually, which still exists today ever since it was founded in 1912 or 13, like more than 100 years ago. And because of that movement, although there are slight hints of cinema vibe within the city itself has gone over sort of like a major development, and it kind of modernized, unfortunately. And because of that, I was not able to like shoot that many photos with Cinestill 800T, because it was hard to find those old vibe that I was actually aiming for. But what's interesting is that the city is trying to sort of like coexist with its sort of like historical backgrounds. And fun fact, the station, the main station, the Chofu station itself, is run by Keio Dentetsu, Keio Line, which Chofu is actually the oldest station that the Keio Dentetsu Keio train made back in the days. And because of that roots with sort of like cinema, and because back then things were delivered by train and stuff like that, the station itself, the Kyoto sort of like sign is actually a negative film strip, which is like really unique and I actually enjoy looking at because you never see one of these types of things within Tokyo. But yeah, I basically went around shooting with Cinestill 800T, as always with a GW690 Mark III. Unfortunately, did not shoot as much as I wanted to because it was sort of like hard to like sort of find these sort of like retro part of the city because the city itself already is going through this phase of modernization, and that sort of like small historical background vibe is sort of like disappearing in my opinion. So I unfortunately did not take that much or many photos as I wanted to. I wish I did, but I could not find that perfect subject. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, I'm happy to reply. So yeah, we will see you next time. Peace out.